Did you say BJ right after your tea bag? What kind of show is this? You always have to be clean and ready for anything. This is life lesson, guys.
and gals.
Well, that's why we're here to nitpick a little bit.
A little bit.
By 2009, he's giving BJ, so you can't keep him in the house. Way to give the BJ there, Paul.
Way to give the BJ to the CP.
I like that. That's perfect. Clean and ready. He passed the BJ. Was this before or after the tea bag?
By 2009, he earned the BJ.
He earned the BJ.
Which doesn't sound that impressive, but it's better than being named a very small something else. Right?
I'm not going to touch that one.
Exactly. The Gumbo mud roll, baby.
The Gumbo mud roll.
Ooh. I've definitely not had, I've definitely.
Hi everyone.
I'm Janet.
I'm Jason.
We're
Gumbo Mud. We're here
for dark beer.
And today we have from Current Brewing. Woo!
The Java Storm.
It's a storm of brewing.
Yes, baby. Yeah, baby.
Java Storm, coffee storm, right? We love coffee, porters, coffee stouts, so Java Storm.
Anything that's coffee flavored with beer.
With beer, we love, yeah. And Rip Current, I've gone there many times. They're one in San Marcos and even the one in North Park, which I like a lot. And they make a couple variations of this. They make the vanilla, they make the mocha, and this is the Java.
And they're all called Storms?
They're all called Storms. And they even do bourbon barrel aged ones that are called Storms too.
I knew that. But so it's called a Vanilla Storm and...
A Mocha Storm.
A Mocha Storm.
And a Java Storm.
I like it.
This is the only one they can, though, is the Java Storm so far. Yeah, you can get growlers and crowlers of the other ones, but yeah. So I've had it on draft, but I haven't had it in the can, so can't wait to try it.
Very cool.
So, yeah, let's get to it.
Let's do it. This is a 10% alcohol by volume.
Yes, which we love, 10%.
And yeah, the description.
Yeah, it's an Imperial Porter.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty basic.
Aged in cold, steeped, fresh Hawaiian Kona coffee. What does that mean, cold steeped?
I don't know. I know it's a coffee. It's a coffee term. Like I think in tea, I drink tea, but I don't really know all the lingo.
Is it steeped tea?
Well, no, that's what I was getting to. I think that like when your tea bag is like in there, it's steeping. Like I think
Did you just say tea bag?
I know. I know.
Okay, when the tea bag is what?
The PG of
tea bags.
And I call a lot of people tea bags because they are.
Yeah, right.
But I believe that when the process of brewing tea or coffee, steeping is a legit term. Like I think it means like, I think it's kind of like brewing or soaking it in. I don't really know, but...
So it was cold, basically soaked, instead of room temperature or whatever the temperature was. Or hot,
Hot, usually, I think. Yeah. But I'm not positive. I could be totally off and, you know.
Which I think you would want, if you're going to put it in a cold beer, depending on the temperature that you're brewing it, you would want it kind of almost the same, right?
So have you had Hawaiian coffee or Kona coffee?
Kona coffee, and there's actually a Kona brewery, and Kona coffee is very famous. So for them to use Kona coffee, should be really, really good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit about the brewery. Founded in 2011 by two friends and home brewers, which I feel like that's so many of the stories.
San Diego,
yeah. Very cool. The guys' names are Paul Sangster and Guy Shoby. Like, those are cool names.
Those are.
If you could like tweak them a little bit, you'd get Show Me and Gangster.
Show me the gangster guy.
Exactly.
Oh, Paul, show me the gangster guy.
I love it. Like those, and I wonder if like, you know, their friends call them Gangster and Show Me.
And
like,
Show Me,
they're just cool, fun names.
Yeah. And unique.
Yeah. So Rip Current is an independently owned and operated brewery.
Yeah.
In 2009, Paul passed the BJCP, which...
Did you say BJ right after your tea bag? What kind of show is this?
Let me specify.
He passed the BJ. Was this before or after the tea bag? Like, what is happening? Okay, he passed the BJ.
BJ would be Beer Judge Certification Program.
Oh, okay.
And he has a Master's Judge designation in this category.
Okay.
And this is cool. Like, he's the 3rd Master level judge in San Diego. So,
Yeah.
like,
I know there's not many.
That's crazy,
So he's the 3rd. Yeah, I heard there was only 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So he's the 3rd one.
it's like 5th degree black belts. Like, they're few and far between.
Exactly.
Like, that's cool. That's cool.
Way to give the BJ there, Paul.
Way to give the BJ to the CP, right?
To the CP.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool.
So anyway, in 2006. Guy found it difficult. The way he came up with the brewery, he found it difficult to keep a keg in his house, which I think we do with our 4-packs of 16-ounce beers. So you can't keep them in the house. You just go through them.
No, it wasn't how to keep it. It was how to keep it fresh and how to keep it fresh longer.
Oh, I just thought he drank it so much he couldn't even keep it, so he had to start brewing.
No. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was how to keep it fresh longer because after a while,
Like we get beers too, yeah.
Yeah. They start to fizzle out. You want everything as fresh as possible.
Right.
Not just beer. Like,
right.
You want meat and produce.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess after that, he decided to read up on brewing and try to start his own brewery, right? Read countless books, and 5 years later, he partnered up with Paul. And,
Yeah.
by 2009, he's giving BJ, so.
By 2009, he earned the BJ.
He earned the BJ.
CP.
There you go. CP. Yeah.
Okay. So they've won countless awards. Recently, they were named as one of the top 10 breweries in San Diego. They've won multiple other awards in entering beer competitions throughout California. One of the awards they won was they were named the Very Small Brewing Company, which doesn't sound that impressive, but it's better than being named a very small something else. Right?
I'm not going to touch that one.
Exactly. And Brewer of the Year in 2015 at the very well-known Great American Beer Festival.
Yeah, I have to agree. Top 10, easy. In San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Rip Current a lot.
Yes.
And like we said earlier, their location, San Marcos, is where they brew everything. That was their first brewery open. And then they opened this super nice one in North Park that actually has food, has a kitchen.
Right.
You can get food and stuff. But the one in North Park is super nice. Yeah, I like it. So I like both of those. And every time you go in there, they have one of the storms on. They either have the Java, the Mocha, or the Vanilla.
Yes.
Or some barrel aged versions of it.
Right.
So, yeah.
And they did specify that food is always available at the North Park location, but they often bring in like food trucks, which are very popular
in San Marcos,
in San Diego. So
yeah, and they're right across the street from a big mall where there's plenty of food that you can grab and bring over and eat.
Yes.
So eat there. So
yeah,
you ready to try it?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you haven't had this yet, huh?
I think that I've had it on tap.
You think
once.
So? Yeah.
I've been there one time. I'm pretty certain
this was probably the storm you had.
What I had.
Yeah.
But I can't say with certainty.
Yeah.
I've definitely not had. Whoa! I've definitely not had the canned version. So
yeah. So
bring on the cans.
Cool. Here we go. I'll let you pop it there.
Thank you.
We each got one. Okay. Since it's a little 12-ounce, go ahead and roll yours. You always roll.
The Gumbo mud roll, baby.
The Gumbo mud roll.
Ooh. It's important because everything settles. So.
Should we do it together? Count 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nice. All right, you guys.
See what we got.
See what it looks like.
A lighter brown.
Very light.
For a 10%? Yeah, very light.
Like a brown ale.
Yeah, it does, right?
Rather than porter.
Yeah. Yeah, very light for 10%, which is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very light for 10%.
That one.
Yeah. Like creamy head.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, for appearance, it poured really like you said, like a brown ale for 10%. I don't remember it being like that when I had it on draft. Obviously, I wasn't watching a beer tender pour it, but
Right.
yeah, nice bubbles, nice head, just very light.
Yeah. Do you notice that most beer tenders, their back is to you?
When they pour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's for a reason, but now that you mention that, like, you don't really see them pour it.
No.
And they pour and they dump the head and they pour
Right.
and they dump the head, like,
Yeah,
you know.
getting the carbonation.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyway, once it's all in, it looks much darker than as it first comes out of the can, but
yeah,
it's a 10%.
it looked light to me.
Yeah,
The head even looks really light. It almost looks
does.
like a milk stout.
it does.
Right.
Yeah.
But the bubbles look great. The carbonation looks great. The head looks great. It looked really light when I poured it. It didn't look like a 10 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to start with a 4 on appearance.
Yeah.
It looks looks a little light, kind of all around.
Yeah.
A little light on carbonation, a little light on color.
Yeah.
You know, not a ton of lacing, a lighter color head.
Yeah.
So, still 4 is like really good, but
Yeah.
just a little off on everything
Yeah.
for a 10%er.
I'm going to give it a 4 too, even though it's a 10%. It looked lighter. We've had 8s that look light and were really good. The head is just sticking to the glass. Not much lacing, but the head is not moving. It's sticking. It looks really good. It looks creamy. It just, when it poured, it wasn't as thick as I normally see a 10. So that's why I didn't give it a 5.
Right.
I gave it a 4. But
Okay.
when we cracked the can, I didn't smell anything.
I did a little something. It was just, it was, pretty,
Faint or something?
yes.
I smell a little bit now. It almost smells like a little coffee.
I do get coffee.
Yeah.
It's a bitter
Oh, no.
roast espresso, but faint, which it would have to be for a 10.
Yeah.
And a little bit of chocolate mixed
good.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty straightforward. I kind of like the way it smells.
Yeah, and the description says bitter chocolate, so yeah. I get more chocolate, I think, than coffee.
You do?
Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of coffee.
I get more coffee than chocolate.
Just a little bit, but it's like you said, it's the bitter. It's very faint, but it's the bitter coffee and bitter chocolate.
Yes,
and
I
it's
think
both
so, too.
faint. So
Yeah.
it smells really good. It's not a strong bitter for me. How about you?
No, it's not strong, but a little smokiness too.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I actually liked Aroma.
Yeah, I like it.
For not
I like
liking
it
bitter.
too. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. Like
Yeah?
it's pretty. Yeah, I think it smells pretty straightforward, and the aroma and smell is identifiable, which
Yeah.
I like. Sometimes you're like, I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah,
So-
very identifiable.
Yeah, it's defined and easy to put your finger on. So I like that.
Yeah, I give it a 4 because actually, as you know, if you watch our videos, I don't like bitter, but it's not a bad bitter.
It's not
very
at all.
very faint.
Yeah.
And it's consistent. It's a small bitter faint chocolate, a small bitter faint coffee,
Yeah.
and it actually kind of smells good.
It does smell
which
good.
is crazy for me liking something that's bitter, but it's. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it smells good. So I'm going to give it a 4. I'm
Yeah.
going to give it a 5 because I'd like more chocolate or a
Yeah.
little more coffee in it. But
Yeah.
I actually like it. So
Yeah. It's a nice harmony.
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah. So
Okay.
far, exactly what it says.
All right.
Let's see if it's a 10.
Here we go.
It's a 10%er.
Okay.
Yeah. The head is still good. The carbonation is still good. So
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a well-brewed beer.
It's good.
You like?
It's really good. Very creamy, which I wasn't expecting. Like maybe
Yeah.
a little bit because the head
Yeah.
looked creamy, but
And it's a 10, but it poured light, like you would expect it to be creamy.
it's like
yeah.
a creamy coffee drink
Yeah.
with a bit of chocolate. Like it's
You like it?
it's good.
Do you think you had it before, or you don't remember, or?
Yeah, I just don't remember.
Yeah.
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 It was like I said. I've only been to Rip Current facility one time.
Yeah.
And I just don't remember what I had. You're like taking in the environment and just checking everything out, people watching. Like I definitely had something dark because that's all I do.
That's good.
But it's really good.
It's good. The bitterness to
Your
it.
eyes are really, your eyes
I'm
got red.
surprised.
Did you swallow wrong?
No, I'm just surprised that the bitterness is not affecting me like most of the bitterness I get in a lot of beers. It's actually a good, nice bitter, and
It's good.
and it dissipates really fast. I get the chocolate still and a little bit of the coffee.
I was just going to say, are you getting coffee more so? Because,
A little bit more coffee, but I'm getting the chocolate too. And like you said, it's creamy.
yeah,
It's really creamy.
it's good.
I'm getting more coffee now, but we haven't gotten the finish yet, but I'm getting this nice coffee flavor in my mouth.
Yes.
This is good.
It's really good.
Wow. This is good. It's creamy. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
It's good.
I'm really surprised.
Okay.
As light as it poured,
I know.
God, it's good.
Gotta
do you give
love
it?
those beers that surprise you, right?
This is really surprising me.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving it a 4.5.
Yeah.
Near perfection, but I can't really pinpoint anything that's wrong with it. It's just
No.
I like I like things that are upwards of 10. I have a wide range, like 8 to 12, 13, but maybe something that's a little more amplified. Like it's very well blended and it's a beautiful harmony of flavors, but
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5 too because if it finished a little sweeter, I would give it a 5. But the bitterness that it finishes, man, it just is a nice bitter. And I haven't said that, I think, about any beer that we review with bitter.
Right.
Like it finishes a nice, not sweet, but it's not, you can tell it's bitter, but it's not.
It's a clean
bitter.
bitter, which is kind of contradictory, but
Perfect. Yeah, it's a clean bitter.
Yeah.
So I give it a 4.5. I really like the taste of this beer.
I do
and I'm
too.
surprised because I've had it on draft. It's been a while and I haven't had it in can. And like, I really like it.
Yeah.
For as light as it poured,
I know.
which I like my beers really dark.
yes.
It tastes really good. So
Nice surprise.
nice
for sure.
surprise.
Yes.
So body?
The body, it might be a tad bit light for a 10. It seems a slight bit watery for a 10.
So that's what I was going to say. Even though it looked light, what about the taste? Because it does taste creamy.
It does taste creamy, very creamy mouthfeel, but still I get the lightness of it.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so again, kind of two things that are contradictory. Like you don't really associate creamy with a light texture, but I am getting that. So
It's almost closer to an 8 than a 10.
yeah, I think so.
But definitely not less than an 8. I would say it's at least an 8.
It's more like an 8 to me.
Yeah, than a 10.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. So what do you give the body and the texture?
I'm torn between 4 and 4.5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for 4
Yeah,
because
me too.
I just don't think it's quite a 10.
Me too.
Everything else is great.
Yeah.
The other thing, I could use a little more carbonation. It's kind of flat.
Yeah, so the texture is just very surprising for a 10% beer. I think it's worth a 4. If it was just a little heavier, I would give it a 5. But surprisingly, as thin as it poured, I think it's still creamy.
Yeah.
It still has a little bit of head to it, like you said. It's a little flat for you. It's not bothering me that much. So, yeah.
I'm going with 4.
I'm going with 4
on
on
finish.
body and texture.
Oh, on texture. Okay.
Body and texture. Yeah. So,
Okay.
So for the finish, go ahead.
Okay, on to the finish. I'm going to give it a 4. It leaves a great taste in your mouth, but it is slightly dry and slightly bitter. But it's not bad in any way. I just would prefer a little more of a sweet finish.
Yeah.
The dryness is okay because, it kind of like leaves your palate clean and ready.
Yeah. I like that. That's perfect. Clean and ready.
Yeah.
For another sip. It's true. You want that in a beer, clean and ready. You always have to be clean and ready for anything. This is the life lesson, guys. And gals. Yeah. No, unless it's sweet, unless it leaves like this sweet flavor, you want it clean.
It's true, though.
And ready to take another drink.
A very clean, fresh, refreshing finish, it's just a little bit dry. I would like a little more carbonation and a little more sweetness. It sounds like I'm nitpicking. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with this beer.
Well, that's why we're here, to nitpick a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it, again, I'm torn. Like this whole review is 4.5. I'm going to go with, I wish I could go in between. I'm going to give it a 4 for the finish. Like
After nitpicking, you're still going to give it a 4?
No. I mean, I was torn between 4 and 4.5.
Yeah.
I think it's just an amazing, amazing beer.
Yeah.
Really happy, really surprised with it. I look forward to the other storms that are brewing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's great. I think you guys will enjoy it if you've not tried it already. Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm not even torn because I like my beers to finish sweeter or clean and ready, you know? And this is probably the first beer that has that kind of bitter taste that I actually like. I actually like the finish. It is a little bitter, but I get a little bit of chocolate and coffee, and then it finishes clean. I actually like the carbonation, and like you, I like it kind of gets a little dry at the end and then dissipates really fast. And I do have a little bit of bitterness residue, but it's a coffee. I'm getting more almost coffee than chocolate, little kind of residue, which I actually like. I wish it was sweeter. If it was sweeter, I'd give it a 5 on the finish because I really like the finish. So, yeah.
I might be getting, as it warms, as you know, dark beer, as it warms, different things come to surface.
Flavors, yeah.
And I think that I'm picking up some slight hoppiness. It's super slight because I just don't love hoppiness. Maybe it's the beers that I've tried or what have you, but I am getting like the slightest undertone of that, but it is super slight.
Yeah, I'm not getting much of it, so yeah. So for a total, Janet, what do you give it?
My overall total was a 4.2. It's a pretty impressive beer for a porter. It's a 10% ABV coffee Imperial Porter.
Yeah.
And
it's light like a porter. I mean, as far as looks, but for taste,
I know.
Yeah, it's great. I give it a 4.1. I really like this beer. I like it on draft a lot. It's been a while since I've had it on draft.
Yes.
I haven't had it in the can, so this is the first time I have it in the can, and I'm really impressed. Most of the time, the cans don't live up to what you have on draft. So I really like this beer, even though it's a little bitter. I'd love for you to try like the vanilla.
Oh, I can't wait.
Which is a little sweeter, and then the mocha storms, and I wish they would can those.
Are those the only variations that you know of?
That I know besides the barrel age. They do some barrel age stuff too. So, and me and a buddy have gone in there before, and we've mixed all 3, which, Rip Current, that was one of the best beers I ever had when we mixed all 3 of them together. Yes. It was crazy. So anyway, Gumbo Mud review, 4.15 out of 5 stars. We both really like this beer. We're both pretty even on this beer, all around 4.5. We both really like this beer.
Yeah, I cannot wait to try the others. If you've tried it, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Or if you've tried the other variations. Let us know.
Definitely let us know, and if they make anything different that we haven't caught yet. We definitely want to go down there and get a growler or a crowler to review for you guys, because the vanilla, even the Java, there's little variations in all of them. The mocha storm, and they're all really unique and different. And almost every time I've gone in there, they've had one of those variations, which is great, which is one reason why I like Rip Current a lot. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Click the like button and share, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram to get immediate updates when we release new videos.
Yes, please do. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.